and welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Kristen and today I'm going to be doing 3 Christmas trash to treasure makeovers. I am so excited to be doing these. Doing trash to treasure videos or thrift store makeovers are my absolute favorite. So without further ado, let's just jump right in so I can show you those 3 makeovers. This is the Vankyo Wi-Fi digital photo frame. It is 10.1 inches, touchscreen, smart HD display, and you can share photos and videos via an app, email, cloud, and it also has a 16 gigabyte storage. You can also auto rotate it, so it does have a little stand that allows you to put the frame either horizontal or vertical, and you do have to plug it in, so it does come with a plug-in as well. And then that just snaps right in the back side. I love the little wood color along the frame. I think that is just super pretty, and it does come with a user manual, but this is super easy to hook up. Once you turn it on, it gives you a code. You just join the Joint Frame app and download it, and then you can just start adding your photos just like this. I just use my phone because it's super easy, so I just downloaded the Joint app, and then all you have to do is go into your photos, select an image you want on to your photo frame, push send, and then it sends it directly to that, and then it's really cool. Like, it's super easy. If you're not super tech savvy, you don't need to know how to do this, and then you just push the all photos and you can see all of your photos that you downloaded, and then it just goes into a nice slideshow. It also is multifunctional, so it has photos, music, video, alarm, calendar, and weather. I love the video part of this. I think it's just really neat that you're able to add videos to this as well. I think this will make such a great gift. I plan on actually giving this to my grandma for Christmas, and I just think that she'll really like it because she's not very tech savvy at all, but she will have tons of pictures of our family on here, and like I said, it's in a nice slideshow, and I can always go over to her house and add more photos on here for her. And if you don't have the internet or you don't want to use your phone, or you can just use a memory card and plug that in and use that. So if you guys want to check this out, I will leave links in the description box below so you're able to check out the Vankyo photo frame. My first little trash to treasure makeover is going to be this sled. It was $1.09 from Goodwill. What a steal, I know. But anyways, the first thing I did with this was just rip the felt off the backside. I actually liked that idea because now I can hang it on a door, and I did take the rope off of that as well. Using the Waverly chalk paint and plaster, I am just going to be painting this entire sled. I have done a lot of sleds in the past. They are just one of my favorite things, and I do give them away to family members because I'd probably have 50 sleds, and I actually think I have a couple more to redo. So I plan on doing different things, using different items for the sleds just so they are a little bit different and gives you some different inspiration. But right now, I am only going to be doing one of these right now. Then I'm going to be going in with my Silhouette Studio. I cut this stencil out, and you just weed everything out the opposite way as you would if you were putting a decal on. I actually tried the contact paper from Dollar Tree because I hear everyone says that you should definitely try this out. And to me, I thought it was the absolute worst contact paper I've ever used. It was so sticky, and it actually messed my project up really bad. There, I had to do some sanding afterwards, which I'm actually really happy I did some sanding, but my hands were so sticky, it was a mess. These are the Arteza acrylic markers. They are just like paint markers. They are absolutely amazing, and I love using them for stencils because nothing bleeds through, and I don't have to add Mod Podge or polyurethane or polyacrylic, nothing. So that's why I love using these, because I totally can skip a whole entire step. I know people always recommend using Mod Podge for stencils, and I'll see if I can find anything on Amazon or online that has very similar stencils you could purchase or free printables. I'll check there as well, and I will leave them links in the description box below if I do find something very similar to this. But I loved the truck, and it says Yuletide Farms Trees free delivery. I just thought this was super cute, and it was something different, and I've never done like any sort of like tractor decor before, but I thought that this was really cool. And this is what it looks like. You can tell at the bottom it was so sticky. So I just used my Bosch sander. I want to say it's Bosch. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I love this sander because it does have different settings. So you can either set it on a really high setting or really low, just depending on what you're going to be sanding. And I just wanted to distress the edges. I ended up distressing the entire thing because I loved how the paint on there was just a little bit distressed and it just kind of looked a little bit more vintage, which is kind of what I was going for with this. I didn't do anything with the back sides because I am just going to be adding some felt on there later on. This bow I had from Walmart last year, and you can tell I am already reusing it, and I just threw that right on the top of the sled. And the only decent looking felt I had left over was this gray felt. I know you're not even going to see it on the back side, so I didn't really mind. But that is just the color that I went with. And you don't even really, you can totally skip this step. I probably should have sanded everything down beforehand, but you're not even going to see the back side, so I'm not really too worried about it. This one right here is a sleigh. My mom, I think, picked this up at a garage sale for only $1, and I actually had to redo this entire thing because I messed up the first time around. But I was able to just unscrew the screws out of the bottom to take the bottom part of the sleigh off. How many times am I going to say bottom here? I was kind of glad that you could take that off instead of painting around it. And then I just used the Waverly chalk paint and plaster. Once again, is the closest chalk paint I have to white. And I just want to use this before I have to go and buy anything else. So that is why I am using this, because paint just doesn't seem to last as long as we hope. So anyways, and then I took this clear coat in satin. This is by Dixie Belle. And I'm just going over the top of this so then I'm able to add a decal to the side. And if you don't have a Cricut or a silhouette machine, don't worry. You can always use carbon paper. You can use free printables. You can use stencils. There are stickers. There are so many more things, but I just say use what you have at home. So if you have a Cricut, I would definitely use it. If you don't, then I would use something else. But this is just strictly for inspiration, so there we go. I like the little sleigh ride part. Here we go with a Christmas tree. This was $1 at a garage sale. These little lights were from Dollar Tree for $1 as well. And I just shoved the Christmas tree right inside the sleigh. And this chair was only $1 from a yard sale. Yes, I've been finding everything for only $1. People must really want to get rid of their stuff, so I don't mind. It was red, and I actually kind of like this color, but I decided to paint it this elephant. This is the Waverly chalk paint in elephant, and I thought I would just add some gray to my Christmas decor this year. I thought this was super cute. You could, like I said, you could really just put something on it for Christmas and leave it as is, but of course, it is not a trash to treasure makeover unless I actually make this over. So I just went over the top of it with the elephant chalk paint, and then I will go back in with the Waverly chalk paint and plaster and just dry brush all along just to make it a little bit more distressed, give it a little bit more texture.
making our Christmas memories.
And I just use this Let It Snow, and I am just putting it right on the bottom of the chair. And I know that if you set something on here, you won't be able to see it, but I probably more than likely will not set anything on here unless it's like a tiny little Christmas tree in the corner. This cute little ornament was only $1 at Dollar General, and I just ripped the little rope piece off, or the ornament rope piece, twine, oh my goodness. And then I'm just taking some hot glue and gluing it right to the center. And then you could see where you actually put the little twine through, and I did actually cut that off with scissors, and it was super easy, so that is no longer there.
I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to start over new. 'Cause I missed you, so I'm letting go of everything but you. These are the good times with you. Baby, this year it's just gonna be you and me. Hang by the fire and chill. Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memories. Oh, and I've been longing to hold you close. Forget about everyone else. Isn't this how it's supposed to be?